The Dharma practice of meditation, love all to become Buddha, eternal happiness, 2038. Today, December 4th, 2024, the Law of Causality, love all to become Buddha, the class of becoming saints, right thought, right speech, right action, Part 76, continues to offer the Dharma Gift 2038, Question 2038, Miracle 238, How to Build a Communist Society, Virtue of the Saint, Part 40. Today, you all awaken together, practicing the synthesis of 85 holy truths, holy thoughts, holy speech, holy actions as follows. 71. Competing to admit mistakes, to attain enlightenment, in holy action to atone for all the sins committed, to becoming the noble ones, who are self-enlightened Buddha, always emanating a field that recognizes one's faults towards all living beings. 72. And competing to admit mistakes, to attain enlightenment in holy action, is always a testament to having awakened, with your opponent, in karmic relationships. The more adverse the conditions, the more debts of gratitude you owe, the more faults accumulated over countless lifetimes. 73. The competing to admit mistakes, to attain enlightenment, in holy action is when you still feel discomfort in the heart towards any brother or fellow being. It is essential to understand clearly that there is an immense debt of gratitude towards the brother, an infinite amount. Thus you must open your heart to acknowledge that have committed countless mistakes, an endless debt of gratitude that will be repaid endlessly until your heart no longer feels discomfort towards the brother, which means the debt has been settled, and only then can achieve the holy actions. 74. Competing to admit mistakes, to achieve the holy actions, requires us to wholeheartedly help our brothers and sisters every day by practicing the most important method of mutually acknowledging faults. If you have the heart to wholeheartedly assist your brothers and sisters like that, then you will truly have achieved the holy actions. 75. Do you remember the story? There were two very close friends. Suddenly a third friend appeared, and your friend favored the third person more than you. This is a story that happens every minute, every hour, every day all over the world, and has caused suffering for countless generations. But from ancient times until now, there has been no scripture or environment that guides how to overcome it. In this context, remember to practice the holy action method of mutually acknowledging faults, meaning that every day, brothers and sisters will open their hearts to mutually demonstrate that they are the ones that admit their faults the most, and if any brother or sister demonstrates being at fault the most, then they are truly the most trustworthy in the law of cause and effect, the most intelligent, the most sincere and deserving of love and respect. 76. When practicing the holy action method of mutually acknowledging faults every day, it means always seeing oneself as at fault. Then for eternity, there will be no more illusory mind disturbing you, causing sadness, anger, suffering. 77. On the contrary, every day not practicing the holy achievement method of mutual recognition of faults means not taking the miraculous medicine of the mutually acknowledging faults, which clearly demonstrates that one is practicing incorrectly. So illusory mind will disturb and ruin the three-person friendship, meaning that in any environment where there are many brothers and sisters, if every day they do not practice the the holy actions method of mutually acknowledging faults, then illusory friends will increasingly destroy the soul, ruin the environment, make the environment polluted, divide factions, and suffer forever. 78. The environment of the law of chaos, loving the universe. Although we love and respect immensely, it is also strictly demanding, if any beings, every day does not emanate a field of mutually acknowledging faults, with all brothers and sisters, and all living beings, then they cannot resonate with the environment of the holy beings. They are not the child of the law of causality of competing to admit mistakes. 79. These are the holy virtues, the sacred principles that demonstrate why the environment of the law of causality is becoming increasingly pure, and is saving countless generations to come. And truly, if 100 people practice, 100 people will attain enlightenment, because as long as we live happily together, by the holy virtues, the sacred principles, the foundations of saintly ethics, then there will no longer be any disturbing illusory thoughts for eternity. 80. And the most important aspect of mutually acknowledging faults to attain the holy actions is not just recognizing minor faults but also concealing significant ones. If important faults are not brought to light, it means hiding the illusory thoughts within oneself, which means that as long as illusory thoughts remain, one will suffer endlessly. 81. Conversely, the most important aspect of mutually acknowledging faults to attain the holy actions is not just to acknowledge major faults, while being indifferent to minor ones. Remember that even a small gap like the eye of a needle can easily sink the largest ship. 82. If there are particular faults, for which one does not yet have the conditions to mutually acknowledge publicly, then strive wholeheartedly to seek the path, to find the noble Buddhas, to acknowledge the faults. 83. And if you do not yet have the conditions to find the noble Buddhas, to acknowledge the faults, then at least try to create a social account, unknown to anyone, to publicly acknowledge the faults, to sow the seeds, to help future generations learn about the practice of mutually acknowledging faults to attain the holy actions, which would be an infinite blessing. 84. If you do not yet have the conditions to create a social account, then at the very least, one must sincerely acknowledge the faults within the heart. 85. The holy truths, holy thinking, holy language, holy actions mentioned above will be transformed by the blessed Buddhas into the practice of singing the holy intent, with 99 concise phrases, to help you and the blessed teachers, and all being easily remember and attain realization. And below is the holy song, intent, mantra, 99 phrases, the most important together, to recognize mistakes to achieve the holy deeds, solitary Buddha, the first mutually acknowledging faults. As spring arrives, what shall we wish each other? To no longer suffer. As spring arrives, what shall we wish each other? To be happy forevermore. Please always wish each other happiness together, to acknowledge mistakes so we can be happy forever in spring. And please always wish each other the happiness of enlightenment, if each family and the whole world, every day, only needs to practice the Dharma of together opening our hearts to acknowledge mistakes, then how filled with happiness this world will be, surely you all understand. The boat of karma is born. The path of karma is born. with the holy verse of 7 lines. 49 bows to the holy prayer. 49 words of humility. 49 words of transformation. The enlightened sage has illuminated all. If one cannot live, they will return to the cold land. If one can live, they will resonate with the holy land. The path of karma is truly very clear, no longer needing to ponder about anything at all. The boat of karma is born. The path of karma is born, with the holy verse of 7 lines. 49 bows to the holy prayer. 49 words of enlightenment. 16 words to end suffering. 16 words of happiness. Have proven everything. Have expressed everything. Will be immortal for eternity. Will save for countless generations. Happiness for countless generations.